Hi, second grade, Miss Freibuckle here. Today you will need a pencil and a notebook or a piece of paper. We are going to be looking at contractions with the word not. Remember, a contraction is a short way of saying two words, and an apostrophe stands for the missing letter. For instance, we look at the words is not. To make them contraction, we would write ISN apostrophe T. That apostrophe takes place of the letter O in not. So anytime you have a contraction, the apostrophe stands for the missing letter. In this case, it stands for the missing O. All right, on your piece of paper, we have our chart for our contractions today with the word not. I'm going to read through them first, and then you may pause the video to write them down. We have do not, which becomes don't, D-O-N apostrophe T. Cannot, which becomes can't, C-A-N apostrophe T. Are not, which becomes aren't, A-R-E-N apostrophe T. Have not, which becomes haven't, H-A-V-E-N apostrophe T. Did not, which becomes didn't, D-I-D-N apostrophe T. Is not, which becomes isn't, I-S-N apostrophe T. And were not, which becomes weren't, W-E-R-E-N apostrophe T. Remember, for all of these words, that apostrophe takes place of the O in the word not. Go ahead and pause the video to get this chart copied down. Okay, now that you have your chart copied down, we're going to do some exercises with our contractions with the word not. First thing we're going to do, number 1 through 6, is we're going to match each of the underlined words with its contraction. We're going to write the letter of the contraction next to the number. Our contractions on the right are can't, isn't, wasn't, weren't, aren't, and haven't. Number 1, the cat and the mouse are not friends. Let's see if we can find the contraction for are not. Oh, I see it. The cat and the mouse are not friends, or they aren't friends, which is letter E. Go ahead and write down letter E. Aren't, A-R-E-N apostrophe T. Number 2, they cannot get along. Let's look. Oh, I see can't, right? They cannot get along. It becomes can't, C-A-N apostrophe T. Number 3, they have not tried very hard, though. We need a contraction for have not. Let's look. I see at the very bottom we have haven't, H-A-V-E-N apostrophe T, letter F. Go ahead and do the next 3 on your own. Number 4, the cat was not friendly to the mouse. We're looking for the contraction for the words was not. Number 5, the mouse is not kind to the cat. We're looking for the contractions for the word is not. And number 6, I guess the cat and mouse will not meant to live happily ever after. We're looking for the contraction for the words were not. Go ahead, pause the video to get 4, 5, and 6 done, and click play when you're ready to check it. Okay, for number 4, we're looking for the contraction wasn't. The cat wasn't friendly to the mouse, letter C. Number 5, the mouse isn't kind to the cat, that's letter B. Is not becomes isn't. And for number 6, were not becomes weren't, W-E-R-E-N apostrophe T, which is letter D. I'm going to go ahead and move down to the next page where we're going to be writing some sentences. We're going to highlight what words should become our contractions, and then we're going to rewrite our sentences with those new contractions below. Number 1, Mr. Irving Mouse cannot come out during the day. First, I'm looking for the words that can be contractions, and I see them with can and not. And I remember that cannot becomes can't. So we will rewrite our sentence. Go ahead and write it with me. Mr. Irving Mouse Can, C-A-N apostrophe T, come out during the day. Get that copied down for number 1. Pause if you need to. Number 2, he does not want to run into Miss Lola Cat. First, I see our 2 words that should be conjunctions. Number 2, he does not want to run into Miss Lola Cat. First, I'm looking for the 2 words that should be my contraction, and I see does not. So I'm going to highlight does and not. I know that does not becomes doesn't. So we would say he doesn't, D-O-E-S-N apostrophe T, want to run into Miss Lola Cat. Does not becomes doesn't. For number 3, being chased is not Irving's idea of a good time. First, we're looking at our 2 words to make into our contraction. I see is and I see not. I know that becomes isn't. So being chased isn't Irving's idea of a good time. Is not becomes isn't. Go ahead and do the next 2 on your own. He did not think Lola would be so rude. Find which 2 words should be our conjunction. Go ahead and do number 4 and 5 on your own. He did not think Lola would be so rude for number 4. Find the 2 words that are needed to be your contraction and rewrite your sentence with the contraction. And number 5, they are not going to be able to share this house. Same thing there. You are finding the 2 words for your contractions and you are rewriting that sentence. Go ahead, do number 4 and 5 and check when you are done. For number 4, did and not are our 2 words that we would make a contraction with to get he didn't, D-I-D-N apostrophe T. Think Lola would be so rude. And number 5, they are not going to be able to share this house. Your contraction will be made from the words are and not to get aren't. They aren't going to be able to share this house. Last thing before you go today, you're going to write 2 more sentences. For number 1, you're going to write a sentence using one of the following pairs of words: is not, are not, did not, or have not. And then for number 2, you're going to rewrite your sentence using your contraction. Same as what we did for numbers 1 through 5, but you're writing your own sentence. Good luck practicing with that, and I will see you